Hello, everybody. You're my favorite pizza place. Welcome to the stream. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's having a beautiful beginning to their Friday. Beginning to their weekend, I guess I should say. Hold on, I gotta move this. This is why I can't. Oh, God. Hold on. Sorry for the slow start today. I haven't even called Mocha yet. Because I was eating breakfast, which I will not apologize about because I was hungry. I needed to eat some food. Shove it right in my scarf hole. Make sure I've got plenty of goo. You know, at the end of the day, isn't that all food is goo? Food is just goo. We have to accept that. My Friday is horrible, horrific, terrible, no good, bad. All right. Do you want to say why, or are you just generally saying that it's going terribly? Because I can't fix that for you, but I can say, oh, Sammy, oh, no, Sammy, no, oh, no, no, oh, Sammy, no, Sammy, no, oh, no, Sammy. No, I could do that for a while, if that would make you feel better. Look how sweaty I am, dude. Oh my God. I am absolutely roasting. It's so fucking hot already. It's like, what, 11 o'clock, and it's already like 85 degrees outside, which is awesome. I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. I'm very excited for Brante. We haven't gotten to do Brante in a while, because we missed last week, which is totally fine. But I love Brante. I think this game is awesome. I think it's such a good time. And as soon as I get my stream avatars and everything launched here, we're gonna ring Mocha up in just a moment. Just a mocha-mint. A mocha-mint. Whatever. Let me just get this set up here. There we go. Okay, awesome. Fantastic. Let me get the game open. It's because I want to make it terrible. I'm tired of Friday being a good day of the week. I need to be kicked down a few pegs. Bottom energy. Bottom energy. Mike Wazowski, you've got bottom energy. Why not Wednesday? What's Friday got that says special besides nepotism? It gets to be right before the weekend, which people tend to enjoy. Or at least I do. I'm ringing the Mokester right now. Actively ringing. Oh, hello. Wait, no, it's rooting. It's rooting. It's rooting. It's rooting. It's rooting. It's rooting. Oh, there it is. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to another day in the blessed Arcanian Empire, Mocha.
Yar.
Yar.
I'm ready for our lots.
Our lots, as they have been dictated since the beginning of time. I guess. Or since we were born. I don't know how far back the predestination in this religion goes.
I don't know either. I just know right now I'm just the voice in your head. I have no physical being.
I'm doing it. I'm doing
Do
it.
it faster.
I'm so slow. Look, boom. There you are. Amazing. Spectacular. As always. Wow. Before I start, hold on. Oh, but I already called Mocha. Now we're both gonna have to wait. What do you want, Sammy? Oh, fuck, 125 claps. All right, hold on.
Oh, God.
Sammy, thank you so much for 125 days of Cal. This is in celebration of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 50, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 125 days. Thank you, Sammy. Woo! Anyway, back to the life and suffering of our favorite boy. Let's stop talking about Sammy and talk about someone who actually matters. Sir Deezth Nut Brante, the real OG. Deezth Nut Brante, yar. Before we begin, I like to make sure that we kind of look at where we're at. So we are a judge. We're only 21, which feels so weird. We're still a baby, but our life is so complex. Back in the olden
days.
We're basically middle-aged.
Yeah, because like, weren't you like considered like an adult by like 16?
Yeah, I think everything was slotted back a little bit. I don't know how it quite works in this like magical universe, but back in the day, I think like the average life expectancy was like 50.
Yeah, it's like being younger, you were qualified for shit sooner because shorter lifespans.
Yeah. So I think probably similar rules. It does seem like people die quite often in this universe.
Do you think that like if humanity ever extended like the average lifetime like to like elven like amounts where like we live hundreds of years, do you think like the legal drinking age and like the age that you'd be an adult would like be like later?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think because the reason why it went up to 21 is because we learn more about like how it affects the brain and whatnot. So if we found out that like it affects the brain up to like 30 or something, I'm sure that they would up the limit so that people are not like fucking themselves over. But I don't know.
I thought it was always just a we don't trust kids to drink thing.
It's because your brain is still developing until you're around 21 to 25. And so alcohol and like marijuana and tobacco and stuff like that all fucks with your brain at a more like permanent level than it would when you're an adult.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's why there are laws around it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, because, like, kids are going to drink whatever, but, like, you have to be careful about, like, how much you allow them, and that's why, at least in my head, why there's laws around it. Because, like, I don't think you'll ever stop people from drinking. I think you can just be like, hey, don't do that. Oi, don't you do it.
That's good to know.
You know who matters more than Brante? Marshall. Marshall Mathers? Of Eminem fame? Of Slim Shady lady?
Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
I got terrible news, Mocha. I don't see anybody standing up.
No, Slim Shady!
I don't think Slim Shady's with us in the building today. It's terrible. We couldn't net him for the stream, unfortunately.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We'll get him next time.
So, we're still a mediocre fighter. Our influence, our diplomacy is doing really well. I think it's our highest stat now, actually, besides willpower. Theology is doing terribly.
Like, what was the last thing that we were, like, doing? Like, I know we're doing judge things, but, like, where did we stop?
I think it was we had... Oh, fuck. We had a particular case. Oh, we talked to our, like, quote-unquote uncle, Augustine or whatever, Elborn.
He was like, oh, yeah, we want to change the system, but we have to do it smartly.
Yeah, we have to do it slowly and carefully.
Yeah, because we don't want to get kicked out of office before we have the chance to make a change.
Yeah, I think that was the last big conversation we had. And then we also talked with our father that one day, which we've been fighting with our... Hold on, if I can find...
We're also trying to get Gloria adopted.
Yes, we want to get Gloria adopted. We got to keep the family together. But
Mom is dying.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine. These are the two that we got to balance for our occupation, which they're currently doing great. Like, this is exactly where we want to be. Like, right in this nice little pocket where we can ruin
that nice man's fucking life.
It's just one nice man's life. What is it in the grand scheme of it?
Him and his entire family.
It's one family. Gloria from Madagascar? No, no, not Gloria from Madagascar.
I like 'em big.
I like 'em chunky. Oh, God. Moto.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Those movies are a lot wackier than I remembered them being. Like, I watched them when I was probably 16.
Pretty wacky.
Woof. Yeah, they get quite
They're
wild.
A little weird.
Cal, I've been listening to the Amarat theme daily since that stream. Can you remind me what Amarat is? Is that a Fantasy thing? What is Amarat?
I was gonna say, that sounds very Final Fantasy.
It sounds Final Fantasy to me, but I don't fully remember. Well, now that we've gotten the jokes out of the way, okay, it's time to get a little serious out here. Okay, we have a
Joke
destiny.
on Deezth Nuts.
Joke or joke? Oh my! Either way, oi! Let's see. Okay, this is where I always get confused. Where's the story? Back to scene. That's right. Okay, all right. The Final Fantasy Sea City scene. Oh yeah, it's so good. Amarat's the underwater area.
Oh, and underwater. Oh, I got really excited. I thought you were talking about the area, like, you know how there's like the big main like towns and stuff. There's like 3.
Yes.
I thought that they were talking about the one that sounds like the How to Train Your Dragon theme, and I was about to be like, boy, do I have the mashup for you!
Is there a mashup of that?
Yeah, here, go ahead and like start. I'll put it in the. Is link permissions on in chat?
Yes.
Awesome, I'll put it in there once I grab it.
All right, I will begin the reading while you do that.
Yar.
The newspaper case. Your first year at the prefecture has come to an end. You are not a young student anymore. You know now that a judge's trade means so much more than knowing the law and carrying it out. Resolving a litigation of any importance requires striking a balance between the code of law, high society's opinion, and the whims of the provincial powers to be. Your second year is beginning, and it feels much tougher already. Trampled by the nobles, the commoners seek help, and so they turn to the law. They turn to you. Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh. A
Why is
carriage
this sounding
takes
so
you
far?
through the silver district of Anazat. It is early morning, and you have just received a letter bearing the seal of the city hall. Remy L. Vermin, the little fucking rat, Swale, da da da, the magistrate of Magra himself, wishes to see you at once.
Oh god, it's Remy L. Vermin is just a man being controlled by a rat under his hat. If he's wearing a hat, oh my god, I'm so please, I want him to be wearing a hat.
He needs to be wearing a hat.
The mere sight of the magistrate's invitation is enough to make you scowl. There is no doubt that your newest case regarding the Quorum Gazette, which may spell trouble for everyone involved.
Oh boy, no pressure.
It's just journalism. It's never been important or tough.
Okay, help me with this word real quick.
Provincial? Yep.
Provincial. Okay. A provincial legislator, the Lesser Quorum, governs the volume and distribution of taxes in Magra. After a new law created by the Emperor's own brother Cornelius Tempest several years ago, commoners of considerable wealth were granted representation in the Quorum on par with the nobility, thus forming the Lesser Quorum.
I mean, that seems fair. Like, commoners with a lot of money get a say because they're spending more money on taxes. I feel like...
Yeah.
I get it. Greetings. Hello, Tarmac. Welcome.
Mac!
Now the representatives of the lowly estate have founded a newspaper of their own, and this Quorum Gazette, distributed all over Anazat, fervently argues for commoners' rights and provincial governance. The man behind the newspaper is Mayor Egmont, a well-off industrialist and owner of several silver mines, and it was his article and his demands that brought about this litigation. Interesting. So is he a commoner then? Because I would have to assume.
I think so.
Yeah.
You take out a newspaper and read Egmont's article printed within. It addresses Imperial Overseer Gaius Tempest directly.
Oh, good.
Oh, goody.
Oh, God. I love I don't know what's going on with him, but he looks very judgmental. You could pour an entire bowl of soup into this fucking, what did you call this?
That's your doppelganger with the lesser quality beard.
I don't know. His beard's quite nice. I like this beard. This is a good beard.
It looks rough. Like it doesn't look like that. It's been
yeah.
Like,
it needs.
I don't care if you have
treatment.
a big luscious beard, but like you gotta like take care of it and make it like soft and silky. Otherwise,
comb it out a little bit, Bubba. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just got a fucking wire brush on his face. Let's see. He runs a silver mine. I'll let 1,000 children die. We demand that Overseer Gaius Tempest cease his habitual disregard for our meetings. From our Emperor Uther II, we received the lawful right to assemble and sit in the Lesser Quorum, and we say to the Overseer, our voice must be heard. Our message must be accepted.
The carriage stops in a square by a luxurious building. This is the city hall, where imperial officials manage all domestic and economic matters of Anazont. You are escorted up a long, winding staircase to the door of the magistrate's office.
I love this style of architectural design, by the way. Ugh. Lots of windows, little
Buildings got
steeples.
boring.
Dude, they're so boring!
They're so boring.
Yeah, especially in America, like we have like this weird like brutalist architectural style, and it's so fucking boring. I hate it.
I just want like shit to look cool again.
Oh, I want to take all of his
God.
loose skin and kind of like peel it
You know
back
what
behind
he
him.
looks like? That I think we just saw what our brother's gonna look like as a
No!
Tell me I'm
God.
wrong.
No, you're so right. Oh god.
Like that's his facial structure.
Yeah, that is a wrinkly boy right there.
Mm-hmm.
You now stand before. Oh, he doesn't have a hat, Remy L. Vermin. The magistrate maintains a haughty bearing in spite of his venerable age. His face bears the sharp, proud features so common among the old aristocracy. I guess he's yes, Sir Judge. You're from the Brante family, I believe. I appreciate your prompt arrival. I'd rather not waste your time and get right down to business. The matter for which I called you here is urgent indeed. That's what?
Let's get down your business.
Oh no, not the Huns.
Oh.
You're judging a case against that newspaper by the lesser quorum, are you not? I've had a torrent of complaints against it from the most venerable members of the quorum. They say Mayor Egmont has insulted Gaius Tempest, our overseer and an Archnean from the Emperor's own great dynasty. And I say they're absolutely right. The Empire gave those uppity commanders a hand in managing the province's very well-being, which is already a violation of their lowly lot. But no, that wasn't enough for them, it seems. You've earned the mantle only recently, Sir Brante, but you must realize that this is an affront to the honor of the entire nobility. I expect you to do your duty as a judge and immediately find the pretext for shutting down their pathetic gazette.
Okay, so we hate this guy.
Yeah, he seems like a cunt. Also, why is he just holding a piece of paper? Is that like a Chinese fortune you got there? You open a fortune cookie?
Paper? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's like a scroll. I don't know.
I don't know what that is. Yeah, it just says I do what I want. He holds it up to people. He's like, I am royalty. Do not talk to me. Elbon, your prefect, might think otherwise. However, Sir Brante, if you exercise enough wisdom and cunning, I am certain you will realize which position is most beneficial to you. With your youth and potential, it'll do you good to have powerful friends on your side. I'm sure you will reach the only appropriate and just verdict when closing this case, and I hope you will be duly judicious. For now, farewell.
You return to the prefecture lost in thought. Sir Elmont Vermin is right. Your word is all it will take to shut the Lesser Quorum newspaper down. As a judge and a nobleman. That's right, we're a nobleman now!
Yeah!
You do not even need a reason. The people running the Gazette are mere commoners, no matter how wealthy they might be.
Here's the thing. All I can think about is like historical reference to how this relates to like our world, and all I know about newspaper and print and like literacy is that it's such a huge tool for the people. Like it's such a big part of what gives commoners power, and I feel like it would be a huge blow to the commoners if we were to fuck with it too much. So I'm interested to see what options it gives us, because I'm really not super favorable to shutting it down.
Yeah, no, I don't want to shut it down if we can avoid it. Like, I think, like, yes, we're supposed to go for, like, subtly helping the commoners rise to power, but I think shutting that down would just really fuck us over, because
yeah, if there's
the
some
power
middle road
of a word, back then especially, very important.
So true. So true, King. There was no breach of law, however. Wait, is this mine or yours? Wait. I actually don't remember who just read. Okay. There's no breach of law, however. Mayor Egmont's article simply requested that the Overseer of Magra hear what the Lesser Quorum has to say. You can reject the nobility's complaints and thus show the commoners that they may rely on the prefecture's justice, but Sir L. Vermin and his fellow judges will be outraged.
Father learns that the case has been assigned to you. He visits you and offers some advice. That's the other thing I love too, is that like our dad is in this with us, of the whole like, we're going to slowly help the commoners, just take it easy, but like he's in on it. Like if he wasn't in on it, can you imagine how fucking like emotionally like devastating this would like, it'd be so hard.
Yeah, it's so interesting how supportive Robert has been, and I wonder if we had gone down a different path, if we would have been trying to tackle this alone, or I mean, like there are
right, like if we hadn't like built such a connection with him.
Yeah, I wonder if it would like not get these scenes of him visiting or something.
Yeah. Wow. This game is so cool.
Dude, it's so good. I love it. You're in quite a predicament now, son. If you try to appease one party, the other will be furious. Wouldn't you rather see if there's any way to make peace between them? We could host a party at our estate and invite both Mayor Egmont and the noble elders from the quorum. If we are successful at diffusing their quarrel, no one would object if you decide to legitimize the Quorum Gazette. Even Elvermin won't be against it if the nobles stop complaining.
However, Father is not your only visitor of note that day. Shortly after the door closes behind him, the familiar face of Judge Carlo fucking Graven.
Carlo fucking Graven.
I forgot about his name.
I love Carlo fucking Graven. He's so
He
evil.
looks around cautiously before speaking his mind.
I hear you've been ordered to deal with that newspaper run by wealthy commoners. It's a complicated case indeed, if you ask me. Work like that deserves to be rewarded. Why not make the most of it? You're quite close with Prefect Elborn, are you not? Almost related, as it were. What if you were to shut the paper down and seize their printing press? All it would take is Sir Prefect's signature. And my friends among the Quorum nobles. Why, they would use the Gazette for their own. I would be delighted to help you put that printing press in good hands. Just think of it, you would shut down a subversive periodical and help our esteemed nobles spread their message, all while earning a lucrative reward for your efforts. It's quite a coup, really. Everyone wins. Do think on it, Brante. My fucking grabbing my behated.
Also, real quick, just because I know we've talked about it briefly, but haven't established it. If you have like chunky like dialogue things, do you just want me to take the next narration page?
I think
okay.
Yeah, there's quite a few male.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a very male-heavy story.
Yeah. So yeah, no worries at all.
He leaves, and you are left alone in your office to deliberate. If you decide to shut down the Gazette, how far should you go? And if you choose to legitimize the periodical, how will you go about it?
Well,
okay, so I don't want to seize it.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna shut it down. Oh fuck, hold on. Thank you so much for 5 days of a Cal case, Haruku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful.
5.
So we could ban the Gazette, which no, that seems bad.
No.
You rule that the Gazette has a legal right to exist and reject the nobles' numerous complaints. You host a party, which, I mean, the party sounds the best to me. Because we need 13
people, like,
diplomacy.
In good moods.
And we just got there too. So we just unlocked the ability to do that, but we can also scheme. However, I think we would lose relationship with Augustin.
To be fair, we didn't really have relationships with him to begin with. Like, I think Augustin.
Augustin is because he would sign it for us.
Oh, no, well, we don't want to seize it anyway. Sorry, I thought we were still talking about legitimize. I was like,
oh, yeah, no, that's
upset.
No, that's just for the party. I think the only person who would be mad is, like,
the party.
The guy, I guess, fucking grabbing.
Yeah, but we're not really doing things that fucking grabbing wants anyways.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be a friend.
Yeah, fuck him. Fucking grab him.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Brock. Welcome to the stream showdown. Show up, bitch.
Ooh.
Is this me? You spend several days scheduling audiences, exchanging greetings, and presenting invitations to the senior nobles of Anazad. You have to pull all the strings you have and muster all the knowledge of Anazad high society, to say nothing of the family funds you spend throwing a suitable party for such esteemed guests.
We need to get money.
We really need some fucking money in this bitch.
We're about to go, like, poverty levels.
Yeah, it's rough.
After much effort, both the nobles and the commoners from the Lesser Quorum have gathered together at your family estate at last. Mayor Egmont, owner of the Quorum Gazette, has accepted your invitation as well. The nobles are clearly vexed at having to tolerate the commoner's presence, yet they maintain the decorum etiquette demands. You tactfully take advantage of the situation to begin a negotiation.
You inform the esteemed gathering that you are the judge handling the case of the Quorum Gazette. In your opinion, a periodical for their legislator is a most useful initiative, but only if the entirety of the lesser quorum shows support for the Quorum Gazette, and only if the Gazette represents the opinions of all its members, including commoners and nobles alike.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Your words are met with a flurry of resentful, shouting, disputing voices. Apparently it's not fair. People start to argue.
Oh boy.
Sometime later, the Gazette owner, Mayor Egmont, takes his turn to speak. He looks almost like a nobleman. Egmont is well-groomed and wears expensive clothing only a wealthy industrialist could afford. Nevertheless, his rough manner of speaking and boorish posture betray his humble origins.
I do say there's some truth in what you're saying, Sir Brante. We did begin the Gazette without asking the noble sirs for their opinion. Still, if they let us have our articles printed, I suppose I'll agree to publish their opinions as well.
This leads to another fervent debate. Some nobles reject sharing a periodical with the lowborn, while the more obstinate commoners of the quorum insist they already have the right to publish the Gazette on their own. It takes you no small amount of time and negotiation to bring both sides to an agreement.
I am more and more seeing that, like, the diplomacy stat is going to be so important for the judge line if we can play it correctly. Because it really seems like we have to just play mediator to very upset, like, social classes.
Yeah, everybody's really quick to being pissed off, which honestly isn't too far from modern day.
Yeah. It's settled then. As the owner of the Quorum Gazette, I pronounce it the official and legitimate newsletter of the Lesser Quorum, and the noble sirs are invited to publish their articles on the state of affairs in our province. Is this me? Industrialists and merchants surround you and shower you with praise as a skillful negotiator. Tonight, you defended more than a newspaper. You stood up for the entire common estate of the province. Father keeps his distance for most of the party, but once matters are settled, he pats you on the shoulder. Oh, Daddy! I love Papa.
Yeah.
Excellent work, son. You chose the path of justice while staying on the side, staying on the good side of the powerful nobility. Even Magistrate Eltherman won't hold this against you. Your career at the prefecture will surely flourish. Let's just hope your notoriety as a protector of the common folk won't harm you in the future. We'll be fine. Oh wow, we got plus in both.
Yeah, no, because, like, that was, like, expertly handled. Like,
Yeah,
there were
that
no
was great.
downsides to any of it, except we might have lost money.
We might have lost money.
And we really need to get money.
Yeah, we do.
We're so poor, and once the world knows that we're poor, I am terrified of the consequences.
Shh, don't say it out loud. Nobody can know.
We're poor!
We can't let them know we sick!
The night is over. One by one, the esteemed guests leave the Brante estate, the family home you know so well. You never thought the affairs of the entire province would one day be decided within these familiar walls.
Aw. Yep.
Oh, we're in poverty!
All right, yeah, we gotta start putting some fucking kadosh on that. Luckily, we still have a fuck ton of willpower, so if we need to will some money into our life, we can do it.
Is that how that works?
We got Protector of the People. Conditions, protect the common folk. The people of Anazat know and praise you as a defender of the common people's rights.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome. Let's go. We got one achievement. Let's go.
For the people.
For the people.
Is this me?
I think so.
Okay. Today is a big day for the Brante family. The day your family line started. The day when you remember all your ancestors. Tonight, everyone who bears the name Brante must descend into the family crypt to keep vigil by the tombs. This is the time to surrender yourself to your ancestors and hear their will.
Boo!
Boo! I don't
Fucking
care about what dead
Grandpa's
people have
gonna
to
be
say.
there. I don't want to talk
hey,
to him.
Grandpa! I thought we were done with him.
I know he
He's
always
dead!
comes back. He always fucking claws his way back.
My God.
I always come back. Or. The entire family prepares for the event in silence. Stefan has been choosing his apparel since morning, praying anxiously under his breath all the while. The heir has a special place in the family vigil. Even Mother is planning to go with you, though Father tries to talk her out of it. Lydia, I beg you stay home. You are far too weak for an all-night vigil in the crypt. Gloria, would you be so kind as to stay with your mother, since you cannot, join us anyway.
Ugh.
Gloria answers in a muffled voice.
As you wish, Sir Robert. The late Sir Gregor would only be enraged to see Mother there. We all remember how their last encounter ended. Father nods curtly, avoiding Gloria's gaze. Good! Feel guilty!
Yes.
But at that moment, your attention is drawn to a noise in the foyer. Nathan staggers through the... Nathan staggers through the door, stumbling over his own feet. He reaps of cheap-whited filth.
No! Stop proving Mocha right, please. Please be better, my sweet brother. Please be better. What is going on? Oh God. Bye. Everyone gazes at him in consternation. Nathan almost falls into Mother and Gloria's arms. Distressed, they fuss over him. Stefan eyes his youngest brother coldly.
I'm with Stefan.
No, he's just weird. I promise. He's all right. He's okay. Oh my God, Sir Gregory. It all comes back to FNAF. No. Oh God. Dun. I expect nothing more of you, Nathan. Why even speak of duty to your family when you can't even manage to live the commoner's lot? Go lie down in the pantry and stay out of our sight. Father, Deezth Nut, it's time. Come on, let's go.
I just had a terrible realization.
Yes.
If we had nurtured Nathan's, theology to, follow, the priest lot, do you think he'd be okay right now?
I don't want to.
Did we fuck up Nathan?
I hope not.
I think we fucked up Nathan.
No!
You remember that conversation we had with him about, God?
Yeah,
I think we might have fucked that up.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. We can't take the blame for him taking it that way. We didn't say go get drunk and, never shave. We just said, maybe, there's more to life. I don't really remember what we said. I'm not gonna lie. It was so long ago. We were children.
Mm-hmm.
He's fine.
Who is this, by the way?
Hold on. I can widowy check. It's you.
Okay. Alongside Father and Stefan, you descend into the family crypt. You cannot help but remember paying your last respects to your grandfather 9 years ago. You light the lamps. Dim, eerie flames illuminate the shrine. In the middle of it stands a magnificent stone tomb containing the long-decayed remains of Gregor Brante. You take your places around the crypt and kneel. The all-night vigil has begun.
No more laughing, no more fun. If you show your teeth or tongue, you'll have to pay a forfeit.
What?
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 You've never heard that before?
No!
Don't worry about it. At first, your ancestors remain silent. Each of you is left with their own thoughts. Then a low murmur passes around you. The shadows in the corners of the room deepen.
The voices grow stronger.
Yeah, they do.
You
Jesus.
know that the ancestors of Gregor Brante, long-forgotten commoners whom you never knew, are trying to talk to you. But now a memory of them has come to life in the darkness of the crypt. They are pleading for something, demanding it of you, calling out to you, screaming.
Stop yelling at me!
Ah!
Finally, you all hear that painfully familiar, deep, imperious voice echo from the far end of the chamber. I'm a ghost now. I still cough. What the fuck? It's been a long time since I've seen you all. I hope you bear good tidings. At this time, I've been waiting for you to fulfill my mission. Remember, as long as I am in your blood, I will give you no peace.
Damn it!
I know, he's such a dick dosh.
I hate that he acknowledges, too, like, he's like, I'm not giving you peace. Okay, so you know you're a menace.
You're being an asshole on purpose, and you won't recognize it. He's like, yeah, I'm dead. What of it? What are you gonna do?
I'm still gonna ruin your life.
I did not have my family ennobled just to see our line cut short. Our blood tide must join the grand flow of the Empire, and then each of my descendants will inherit nobility forever and ever. But I do not see any of you before my tomb. Where are you hiding? Where's the head of our family? The man who will speak to me? Where is the man who will heed my will?
Father rises from his knees and makes his way towards grandfather's stone tomb, the source of that booming voice. But Stefan suddenly pushes him out of the way. Father takes an indignant step forward, but Stefan firmly bars the way.
That's quite bold. Stop it, Stefan. You're my heir, but you are not the head of this family. Father, it is not you that Sir Gregor is addressing. Earning the nobility of the sword is my duty to him. He has long forsaken any hope of seeing you achieve it. You must understand that I am the one who will fulfill that duty.
Oh, shit. Stefan does not let him pass. Father breathes heavily in anger. You can all but feel the frantic beating of both their hearts resonating somewhere within you. Both your father and brother seems to have forgotten that you're here too. They're just like, this isn't about you. Even the restless voices of your ancestors have grown hushed, waiting for the outcome of this conversation.
Oh, we didn't do the blood tide. That makes sense.
Which is fine. I don't want to step forward. We're not in charge.
I
don't want to be in charge.
Good. I would say that if we gave Gregor the respect until he died, I don't see any reason why not to give our father the respect until he's no longer head of the household.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I think we side with Dad.
Yeah, I mean, Stefan, I'm not trying to shit on your fucking parade here, but not really
no,
the
he's
move.
So wrong, because that's not even, because literally Gregor asked for the head of the family, regardless of if Stefan is more noble to him at this point. It doesn't matter because he's still not the head of the family.
Why do we listen to Uncle Asshat? Because he's our grandfather, and the grip
tradition
he had on this family was very, very strong. Strong enough to where
master manipulator.
Yeah, he was tearing this family down until he died. It was rough. Daijo, get out of here with your death count. It's not even an Elden Ring day yet.
You say until he died, as if he's not still doing it in death.
Dead and still doing it.
He's dead and he's still in charge.
Yeah. Oh god. Is it me or you?
You.
Okay, you block Stefan's way. Your ponderous voice fills the dark crypt. You demand that your brother step back. The head of the family is your father, Robert Brante, and so will it be as long as he lives. Could your brother have forgotten that it is part of the noble lot to acknowledge and honor seniority?
Oh!
Yeah.
Your father is the man who must hear and accept your ancestors' will. I also think that would have been terrible if Stefan, was told something really fucked up, this is the will of the family, and then Stefan would be like, ha ha ha!
Yeah, he's a little too susceptible to, the propaganda.
He loves the propaganda. He literally, sucks the propaganda off.
He fucking chews that boot.
Yep.
Stefan tries to maintain his composure, but even in the dark, you can see his face twitch. Brother, you don't understand. I'm not defying father's seniority, but I am the man who bears this duty to our grandfather. I cannot remain a mere witness while the future of our blood tide runs through our fingers.
You resolutely push your brother to one side. Whether he wants to or not, he will give way to the head of the family. Father catches his breath and approaches the grandfather's tomb. Papa!
So, it's you, Robert. Have you come to disappoint me yet again? Stefan is right. I have not put my hopes in you for quite some time. If anyone will lead the Brante family to glory, it will be my grandson.
Damn.
Stefan,
Stefan clenches his fists and whispers something to himself.
I am doing my utmost, father. We are closer to becoming nobles of the sword than ever before. The Overseer looks upon us with favor. Just a couple more years and your dream will come true. This must be your dream too, Robert, but you still cater to your foundlings, Lydia and Gloria, risking a permanent blemish upon the Brante name. My name. Dead though I may be, my will lives on. Heed it at last. Get rid of that parasite, Gloria, and devote yourself to your true family. Otherwise, you will lead our family to ruin and shame.
Father hesitates for a moment. Father, no!
No, father. This is impossible. Even if I must defy your will, I am responsible for Gloria. My honor and my conscience will not allow me to do what you demand. You must accept this, or keep on fighting me for all eternity.
Papa! The voice of your deceased ancestor fades away. He seems to have left this realm. But then his voice suddenly booms from the other side of the crypt.
Oh my god, he fucking spawns as like a Dark Souls boss. Like a health bar appears on the bottom of the screen. Oh my god! Gregor! Stefan! You are the heir of this family! Your duty by blood is to earn us a place in eternity! Do not take after your spineless father! Do what must be done! Cleanse our family of wickedness!
No! Stefan is shivering. He replies in an unsteady voice.
But Gloria, I can't?
Oh my god, yes, Stefan! Stefan checks himself.
I will do my duty, to my family, Sir Gregor, whatever the price, I will pay it.
No, I was so proud of you, what the fuck? The crypt is completely silent once more. You are alone again. You see tears glistening on Stefan's face. Without uttering a single word, he goes outside.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Father clasps his arms firmly around you. You feel him let out a sigh of sorrow and relief. The vigil is over. We're still good with Stefan, but yeah, you're not head of the household, Bubby, and you really shouldn't be. You are far too manipulated. What is it?
He
Manipulatable.
loves the system.
He loves the system. You gotta stop licking those boots.
Yeah.
Murder you? What? Punch that ghost? I can't.
Punching a ghost would be tough.
Yay, Daddy!
Yar!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Because we made the right choices, so the power balance of our family didn't go down.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. A little bit of willpower, that's okay.
Because if we had sided with Stefan, then the power shift would have begun in our family. And we do not want Stefan in charge.
You're so very right. He's too like sworn into the system. He
still has a lot of maturity to go. Like he's so like the thing is like I do think that his noble, like his obsession with being a noble, I do think that it does have its benefits, and I do think there is a lot he learned from all of that. Like, in terms of, like, skills and shit like that. But at the same time, like, his morals aren't quite right yet. And so, like, if he can get his moral, like, mindset in line, then I think he'd become a very powerful ally.
Yeah, he's in the oven still. He's still cooking. He needs a little more time. A little more time in the bakery.
Yeah. Just a few days into the year, Mayor Egmont, chairman of the Lesser Quorum and owner of several silver mines, made a speech that caused quite a stir in the province. Though a commoner, Egmont had the gall to demand that the Magran authorities both enforce and obey imperial law.
Damn.
Commoner really came out and said, "Hey, why aren't you guys following the rules?"
Yeah, Mayor Egmont is gonna get fucking assassinated if he's not careful here.
Yeah.
What's the use of the imperial laws if they aren't enforced as they should be? Every day, any Anazont nobleman who gets up on the wrong side of the bed can draw his sword and run a commoner through with impunity. These gentlemen may be our rulers, but does that mean they can defy the Emperor's will? Sir Elborn has been appointed to enforce the rule of law in Magra. How come the prefect doesn't see this? We commoners aren't trying to seize the noble lot and take over the province, but the rule of tradition is a thing of the past. This is the age of justice. We may not all be equal in its eyes, but even the nobles and clergy must obey the law.
The Magran aristocracy is furious with Egmont and demands that he be silenced. But the rich industrialist has too much money and too many connections to be dealt with so easily. You hear more and more rumors about secret societies of commoners appearing in the city, plotting against noble rule. The gentry fears that Egmont and his peers might be behind this, but they have no proof. At least for now.
Still a lot of political machinations going on here.
Yeah.
Father Leonard, abbot of the Temple of the Silver Tree and leader of the New Believers, supports Egmont and has spoken publicly in his favor. Oh, God.
The twins themselves entrusted the noble estate with the right to rule over the common folk, but rulers must also care for their subjects. The old faith is mistaken. No commoner should ever be forced to suffer. It is for this very reason that the imperial law exists. That is there to ease the people's suffering. May those laws be duly enforced, and may they serve all the people of the empire.
Oh shit.
Oh. So
okay, we wanted the struggle for power.
Yeah, commoners are going up. Well, I think it's going to swing in a direction either way that is going to start a civil war.
Yeah.
I think it's just who is going to be
win.
vying for too much power for the civil war to start. And it looks like the commoners are going to be like demanding enough to where the nobles are willing to like go to battle over it.
Yeah.
Because we are now in discontent. Which,
yeah, but we also knew that like
Yeah.
we knew that like war is coming no matter what. It's just a matter of like who is on top. It is another day at the prefecture. A secretary peeks into your office with a message from the prefect. There is a new case he wishes you to handle. You put away your quill and walk to Sir Elborn's office. To your surprise, he happens to have another visitor already.
there is a graceful figure sitting across the from your immediate superior, none other than Octavia Melanides.
Oh my
After
God.
all the times you've met her in the capital, you expected the Archduke's daughter to be brilliantly lavishly dressed. But her appearance today is modest and formal, with a high-necked dress and a strict bun. However, her demure attire only serves to emphasize her role as a distinguished visitor to the prefecture.
You bow to the prefect and the noble Archnean lady. Octavia offers you a curt greeting, then returns to the conversation you have interrupted. This matter can brook no delay, Baron Elborn. The young judge may well wait outside.
Nonetheless, Sir Elborn insists that you come in and take a seat. Worry not, Brante, you aren't interrupting at all. Lady Melanides, I was scheduled to meet with Sir Brante at this very hour. I regret to inform you that your visit was perhaps somewhat unfortunately timed.
Octavia rises from the soft, high-backed chair. The young Archnean lady now stands tall, elegant, and indignant. You are out of line, Sir Elborn. Archduke Melanides has graced you with a representative from his dynasty, and you will listen to what I have to say this instant. The Archduke has expressed concern over your manner of governance at the prefecture. You have always been headstrong and eager to infringe upon the freedoms of your own noble estate. But now it appears you find it acceptable to conduct proceedings against our own loyal subjects. Our dynasty had already seen many loyal nobles of the sword arrested or faced with punishment in court. Where would this lead? Do you mean to enforce your lowly laws against us Archneans? Do not forget that those laws were written to keep low-born humans in check. Our lives have always been governed by noble honor and tradition, as well as the blood tide that is our heritage. Our only justice is the court of honor. The only rule above us is that of our sovereign, the Emperor, and the twins. Our only duty is to our kin and our forefathers. My ancestor, Char Melandis himself, granted the boon of nobility to you humans. It would be most unwise to make me regret his decision of old. In the name of Archduke Melandis, I demand that you end any and all proceedings against our subjects at once.
That's a big fucking ask. Oh my god. Sir Elborn acknowledges Lady Octavia's vehement speech with a calm smile and nothing else. He shows no trepidation, no tremor, nor fear, even though the lady across from him represents one of the Empire's mightiest dynasties. Lady Melandis, the twins have graced the blessed Arcanian lineage with a boon of long life, yet the world can be quick to change at times. The laws of the Empire now govern the nobles of the mantle and even the nobles of the sword, along with the common estate. This particular change is not as recent as it might seem. The laws of the Empire are the decrees of the Emperor himself, the twins' chosen supreme sovereign. His laws are his will, which is, as you have said yourself, the only rule above us, and that means all of us, from a highborn Arcanian to the lowliest commoner. Presently, the Emperor's representative in our province is Overseer Gaius Tempest. Like this prefecture in its entirety, I am simply obeying the Overseer's wills and the laws of the Empire.
Then pray tell me, Baron Elborn, who is your own sovereign and protector? He is none other than my father, Archduke Melandis. You swore him an oath of fealty and vassalage. Yep. It is your duty to follow his word and will. Or do you wish for the Archduke himself to address you directly?
It's vassalage.
Vassalage. I don't know what that means.
It sounds like a vassal is someone who like works for someone else, for lack of a better like word. Like to be a vassal for someone is to be in their employ, kind of.
This seems to be the year of Mocha's vocabulary expanded and forced to learn how to say big words.
We're wrinkling your brain as we speak.
Existential.
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 You got it.
Oh. I tell you, cease this harassment of our loyal noble subjects at once. I will not leave until this order is carried out. You're gonna be here a while then.
I know.
Hope you get comfy.
Lady Melandis, I'm afraid this is quite impossible. As a servant of the Empire and overseer, Imperial Overseer Gaius Tempest, it is my duty to enforce the law. Now, if you'll excuse me, Sir Brante and I have urgent matters to discuss.
The gaze of the Archduke's daughter is locked with the prefects in silent struggle. Each expects the other to back down first. But then Octavia suddenly turns towards you. Of course.
Hello!
Oh no, suddenly I wish I wasn't here. But I believe the young judge has more in him than blind obedience. Surely you are able to distinguish a rightful claimant from a threat to the province, are you not?
Oh, Octavia,
Oh, girly pop, sorry. Ooh, diffuse the situation!
I love to
Power.
diffuse!
We are diffusers! Call this situation a bomb, because we about to defuse it!
Sheesh. Sheesh. Silence resounds within the prefect's office. They're both waiting for you to speak. Diplomacy and intrigued. Yeah, easy.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, there's no reason to make things more tense than they need to be.
Our diplomacy is so tasty.
It's
I
so
love the
fucking
power
tasty.
that comes with, like, it's literally like, okay, hear me out. You're both right. You're both wrong. Let me see what I can do. Like, literally,
I will try my
love
best.
This mentality.
This is a complex world. I'm doing my best.
We're Hannah Montana out here with the best of both worlds.
Hannah Montana.
Get the best of both worlds. You have Lady Octavia's attention now. She may not have shown it in Sir Elborn's presence, but she remembers you from the capital quite well. Skillfully, you take advantage of this connection to reduce the tension.
Remember that one time?
Remember that one time I
Remember
died?
one time?
For, like, no, we didn't die for this one. Remember that one time that I got you your hinky back, and you were like, "Ew, a commoner touched it." Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, but then you saw me with a sword, and that was pretty cool, huh? It was pretty cool. Remember that sword? I mean, I didn't win, but like I got a couple of them. It was pretty cool. The New Believers sounds like a name of a super sketchy cult. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I believe.
I believe. I'm a believer.
Hey, yeah.
You start by reaffirming her position. Truly, the Archduke has every right to look after his noble subjects. You would never expect an ancient dynasty to abandon the loyal nobles to their fate. But, having said that, you shower the Archduke and his noble dynasty with praise, including his brilliant progeny, who has deigned to grace the prefect's office with a visit. You casually mention your encounter with Lady Octavia at the fencing tournament in Eterna.
I have to admit, Brante, for a human you fought valiantly indeed. I've witnessed some of the best Arknian swordmasters at work, and yet your fighting piqued my curiosity.
Do you like the part where I lost? I thought it was pretty cool too.
There is a look of relief on Sir Elborn's face as he watches you converse. Still, you return to Octavia's demands. After all, she did not come here for small talk. The Archduke's words carry great weight, but sadly, Sir Born has no power to decide the matter. After all, he is but a humble servant of the Emperor. Perhaps it would be more prudent to take this matter to the Emperor's overseer, Gaius Tempest, who is also an Arknian of noble lineage.
True.
Yeah.
Just like a moment ago, Octavia winces at the mention of Gaius Tempest. The Emperor's brother took away her noble family's right to represent imperial authority in the province of Magra. Still, the Arknian lady considers your words well before speaking again.
To a certain extent, you are right, Deezth Nut Brante. I cannot help but admit it. We Arknians ought to avoid involving humans in matters of supreme authority. It is still my wish and intention that Sir Elborn present us with an answer, but if he absolutely must learn the will of Gaius Tempest beforehand, then so be it. But do not tarry too long with your answer, or you risk angering my father.
Well, we wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I've never had a dad mad at me. I would hate for it to start now.
Oh. Octavia rises elegantly from her seat. Before she leaves the prefect's office, her eyes rest on you for a moment. She bats her eyes charmingly and addresses you with a gentle smile, and then she is gone. Elborn pats you on the shoulder, content with the outcome of the interview.
He's like, thanks for the safe, buddy. Fantastic. I didn't have to fucking... That got wild. Unbelievable. I never expected you to be acquainted with Octavia Melanides. My thanks, Brante. You bought me some time. If you hadn't intervened just now, I'd have had to defy the law and end all cases against nobles who serve the Archduke. We'll see what the overseer says about this now. Archduke Melanides is testing the prefecture with his daughter. Otherwise, he'd have asked me to visit his palace personally. He's showing caution, which means we still stand strong, at least for now. We will continue our service to the law without regard for the outmoded ways of the past. But I digress. This is high politics, and the prefecture still has plenty of cases to resolve. Let's get back to work, shall we? I love this fucking, like, we're just two judge homies, just judge boys doing judge stuff.
Yeah, we got each other's backs.
Mm-hmm.
With that, Elborn hands you a new case file. You thank the Baron and head back to your office to study it properly. It's time to get back to work.
Yippee! I like that they don't force us to just constantly do judge work, but like instead have conversations where it's more influence based because of the diplomacy stat. I think that they really did the right thing of not making it just like, is this legal or not? Is this legal or not? It's like, I didn't want to play fucking Phoenix Wright. So I'm glad that I like the way they took it. Objection! Overruled.
Oh.
Oh.
This is you.
This is me? Okay.
This is you, I just read.
The repercussions of your most recent encounter with the Archduke's daughter Octavia soon manifest themselves. A letter bearing the seal of the great dynasty of Melanides arrives the next day. Inside the envelope, you find an invitation to Castle Serpenverda, the Archduke's residence.
Visiting the Archduke of Magra himself is a great honor. To decline such an invitation would be an insult of colossal magnitude. You immediately purchase a new doublet in the latest fashion and ask Father to lend you a precious family brooch. It depicts the Brante family crest, and the leaves on the oak branch are made of tiny emeralds. Octavia should find it to her liking.
Your family cannot help but notice your preparations. Mother watches nervously as you make sure everything is ready for your journey.
This odd invitation has me worried, my son. Be careful in the Archduke's castle. You are still of lowborn origin. Harknian attention spells danger to people like us every time. Remember not to displease them, or the Melandiduses will grind our family into dust. Come early morning, the carriage takes you away from the border walls of Anazote. It takes you a full day to reach Serpenverda along the dusty, thorn-scorched high road. While on the road, you read notes on Arknian traditions and rules of etiquette again and again. To preserve your family's honor, you must make the best possible impression. The provincial powers that will be watching your every step, and so will Octavia with her cunning grin.
Only as the sun is about to set do you manage to spot the dark, colossal shape of Castle Serpenverda. Serpenverda, a towering fortification of jet-black stone spread across a peak looming over a bed of a long-gone river. The carriage climbs the narrow, serpentine road to the castle gate. Soldiers of the Archduke's guard approach you, and you present them with the invitation. The guards eye you with suspicion, but give the signal to open the gate.
You are now inside the walls of Archduke's castle. You have expected to see many carriages of other guests beyond the gate, but the courtyard is strangely empty. The guards show you to a servant who guides you to a room reserved for guests and leaves you there to wait. Is there anything we can grab to, increase our wealth?
if I could just, hey, you guys
Shoves
using
this ashtray in my pocket.
This is a really nice goblet. You mind if I take it home as a souvenir? I'm not gonna resell it. That would be rude.
That would be insane.
That'd be crazy. The serpent servant. Hello. I was arrested in Cambodia for cavorting with Cambodians. Have you ever seen Snagglepuss?
No.
Oh, I'll send you a clip of it later. I love him. He's from old Cartoon Network. Oh, amazing. The servant soon returns, and you follow him through the dimly lit corridors of Serpenverda, lavishly adorned with silver, emeralds, and weapons of war. The castle is silent. There is no noise, no music. It seems completely uninhabited. The sound of your footsteps is smothered by the soft velvet beneath your feet. The servant stops in front of a pair of massive doors made of black wood. This is your destination. He gestures, silently.
You enter an enormous room, its walls covered in portraits and ancestral relics. In the very center of the room is a towering throne carved of black wood. Upon the throne you see the delicate silhouette of Octavia Melandis, clad in a black velvet dress embroidered in silver. With a commanding gesture, the Arknian lady bids you approach. You're here at last. Are you surprised, Deezth Nut? How odd. You didn't think my father would actually summon you to an Arknian castle, did you? Or are you truly that naive? How sweet of you. No, it was I who summoned you here.
Oh, wow, she's hottie to toddy, I see. Oh, my. You are alone in the castle. Portraits cover the walls. Portraits of Arknians with dark eyes and jet black hair. They all resemble birds of prey. And their eyes seem to watch you with contempt that makes you uneasy.
Allow me to introduce you to my family. Family, this is a human by the name of Brante. What do you think of him, Father? She casts a defiant glance at the portrait of the Archduke Melanidus. Then she removes a glove from her hand and casts it as well. It hits the great Archduke right in the nose. Octavia laughs at that, and the tall walls and innumerable portraits echo her voice. Baffled, you ask Lady Melanidas why she has summoned you. Because you have caught my attention. I noticed you even when you were somewhat younger than you are right now. And then I started seeing you again and again. I've caught myself thinking about you quite often, and so I've decided that I wish to possess you.
That's, what do you mean by that?
You will become my companion. Other humans will envy you, but no one will dare to cross you. My name will open any door you like. In return, you will satisfy my every whim, and I will do with you as I please.
So, sounds transactional. Am I losing anything here? It kind of feels like all wins.
Mommy, sorry.
Mommy, sorry. Octavia.
Oh, this is you.
Octavia rises from the throne, the hem of her dress lifting up to reveal her elegant, slender leg.
You know the history of this throne, yes? My ancestor, Melanidas, used to sit here during the rebellion of Magra. Can you imagine that? Melanidas made decisions that transformed the entire empire, all from this very seat. And now it's gathering dust in this vainglorious art gallery of my father's. Now come to me, human.
All I could think about when she said, do you know the history of this throne, is just like an old Melanidas, like sitting there and just like lifting a butt cheek and just like letting one rip right on the fucking throne. Just, it's my chair, I'll do with it what I want.
Octavia waits for you to do her bidding. One does not argue with an Archnean. Since the dawn of the Empire, they have taken whatever they wanted. If you refuse Octavia, daughter to the Archduke of Magra, you will insult her greatly. If you submit to this Archnean woman, you become her plaything. Everyone will know you are in the good graces of Lady Melanidas herself. As a human, what more could you possibly dream of?
You recall your chance encounters with her from the days of your youth to more recent times. What are your feelings of this exceptional Archnean lady, and what does she truly want from you? If you are willing to enter into a perilous romance with Octavia, perhaps you could do it on your own terms, returning her affections while keeping your honor. Would she defy all the traditions of old for you and recognize you as her equal, even if only in secret?
Oh, sweetie, this ain't no romance. This ain't a like, she's not asking for romance. She's just asking to be raw dogged.
Right.
Like, buddy. We could be submissive and unmentionable.
This is interesting.
Yeah, because just because we can insist does not mean that she would agree. It just means that we can insist. What does it require to reject her?
To reject her, it's just willpower.
Oh, willpower. Do we have, like, would people know that we're her bitch?
No, I think it would mean more becoming...
Like, if we submitted to her, like, would people know? Like, would we get made fun of for being a bottom?
No. In this society, it is seen as a very good thing to be in the good graces of like, any Archnean. Like, it is expected that they will treat a human like shit. If we insisted on being treated as her equal, it would basically be in secret. Like, we are saying, I am willing to do this, but only if you respect me in private. Like, you can tell me what to do and blah, 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 but, like, when it's just you and me, you have to treat me like a person.
I don't think I have a preference on this.
Let's see what the things say, because I don't know. Let's see. So, you gain her as a patron, we get reputation, and we get Octavia Melanidas. This one, we lose willpower, but we get grown close instead of patron. So we would be... Now, hear me out here. No, I don't want to reject her either. If we get close to her, although this is taking willpower, I think we'll have to be careful about willpower from here on out. So this is going to be an important decision on what we're able to do later. Reputation would be really good, but imagine the future where we have her as like a partner
An ally,
who will actually
yeah.
help us, not
I
because
think it's worth it.
I think it's worth it. I think it's so worth it. And
I think
we
it's
also
worth
get 2 relationship with her instead of 1 if we use
Yeah.
this one.
I
You
think it's
down?
worth it.
Let's do it.
Yep, I'm
All right.
down.
From this point on, we have to be really careful about willpower. We've used a lot
Yeah,
of it.
we
in
need
the
to be
past
really
couple-
careful about willpower and finances.
Yeah, those are the 2 that we got to be more. This
I
is
think
me.
this is you.
You give Octavia your answer, looking her straight in the eye. You have been in love with her ever since you were young, enchanted by her beauty and grace. Every chance encounter a treasured memory, and you know that this feeling is mutual. To you, there is no greater honor than Lady Octavia's affection.
But you cannot sacrifice your honor as a nobleman for the sake of this love. You do not mean this as an insult. On the contrary, Lady Melanides is far superior to you, it is true. Yet you, too, are of noble estate, and you cannot accept humiliation, even if you must face the full extent of the Melanides' ire. You will reciprocate Octavia's affection, not as an obedient plaything, but as a man and a noble.
Your impassioned speech ends, and you steel yourself to face her wrath. But, to your surprise, Octavia seems lost in thought, her eyes downcast.
Nobody denies me. I am not used to this. Huh. You are a remarkable human indeed, Deezth Nut Brante. I have noticed this ever since we first met. Your words echo in my heart. You do not follow the usual rules. Any other man would have been groveling at my feet by now. Perhaps you can be my escape from this stifling, sickening world.
Oh my god, forbidden romance. It's not even that forbidden, but it feels
Whoa.
like it!
So be it. I choose a human as my lover. And I care little for what the aristocracy of this twins-forsaken province has to say about it. I'll take this as far as I like.
Fuck yeah! This is not where I thought we'd end up with this playthrough, but I'm somehow so down for it.
Yeah. But you will be safer if our affairs remain a secret to the world. Now come to me, my sweet human.
Yippee!
You
Oh
draw
my,
closer
is that
to
our
Octavia.
fucking jawline? God damn.
Sheesh.
She fucking chiseled.
You draw closer to Octavia on the throne. She reaches out for your face, caressing it gently and carefully, as though touching a human for the first time. A moment passes, and suddenly her arms wrap around your neck and her legs wrap around your torso, and she pulls you closer to her with all her might. You do not resist the Archnean's assault. Her embrace leads you to the throne.
Ooh, that's a good little bit of writing right there.
I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
So, how do you like the seat of great charm Melanides? Just a piece of wood, don't you agree? Uncomfortable, too. But luckily, it's spacious enough for the 2 of us.
Oh my!
Wow!
Octavia's ravenous lips find yours as her hands free you from your fashionable attire, her entire body shivering with excitement. You caress her skin, tender and azure. You commit her to memory, studying her, trying to understand her. Octavia's eyes are dark as the starless sky, sparkling with delight from your sweet transgression. But why does she seek this pleasure with you? Why would she humiliate her ancestors and her very dynasty by having an affair with a human?
Kinky.
Kinky.
Seeing you preoccupied, Octavia gently pulls your head up by the chin. She kisses you passionately, and her lips start moving down your half-naked body. Her inhumane passion swallows you and overtakes you, until the vast throne room of the Melanides dynasty echoes with the last of her ecstatic moans.
Then there is silence, save for the sound of your heavy breathing. Octavia caresses your back slowly, then playfully pushes you off the throne. Ah! The Archneans watch you from the portraits, their faces as dispassionate as ever.
Octavia returns to you at dawn, now wearing a modest black dress, her hair in a formal bun. It is time for you to leave Deezth Nut. The Archduke will return to the castle soon. I will visit Anazat now and again. Several estates there belong to me. We will meet there, safe from prying eyes. You leave Serpenverdo with your head spinning and your heart racing. The day it takes to return to Anazat passes like a single moment. When your family asks you about your visit to the Archduke, you evade the question.
Can you imagine, like, coming back, you're, like, your hair all tousled, like, the collar out of...
And your
you're
family's
like,
just like, well, what's up?
nothing,
And you're
it's
just
fine.
like,
This is
yeah.
normal. What's up? I'm gonna go lay down. I'm tired. Not for any other reason. Just damn. A long day, that's all.
Yeah.
From that day forth, your heart aches sweetly, yearning for Octavia's letters. And when it is time for a brief tryst, the two of you disappear to one of her estates to give in to your secret passion. There are days when your love and your lover seem but an illusion, something gone forever. But soon another note arrives, and the affair continues, only to be cut short again for an unknown time. You have stolen the heart of the most beautiful and highborn Arachnean lady of Magra. Only one nagging thought casts a shadow on your love. What will be the price of this insolence? Apparently 5 willpower.
Yeah. A small price to pay for...
for fucking Bone Town?
Yeah.
Yas. All of the pictures of the Arachneans like all get like little saxophones like
Your home has been much more peaceful for the last year. The fights between Stefan and Gloria are not as fierce now. But how long will this last? Your job takes up all your time. You see your parents and siblings less and less often. Sometimes you don't even know what they are doing while you deal with the constant stream of duties. Stream?
Stream of duty? This morning you head out on urgent business. You take one step out of the gate and run into a uniformed gendarme. Captain Linehead.
You look so punchable.
I look like I could grab his like whole head with my 2 fingers and just like squeeze him.
Deezth Nut Brante, your presence is requested at the prefecture dungeon.
The dungeon?
The dungeon?
Taken aback, you ask what this is about.
We have your brothers Stefan and Nathan Brante in a cell. They were arrested last night at Steiner's Inn. They asked for us to send for you.
What did our boys do?
I don't know, a bunch of silly boys. The cells in the
Oh, is this? Oh.
You technically did this one, but you can take this one if you'd like.
No, go for it.
The cells in the prefecture dungeon are cold and damp. The guards lead you to the bars, and behind them you see Nathan huddled in the corner. Your younger brother is unshaven, more disheveled than usual, and reeking of wine and filth. Near the cell you see Stefan grimly sitting in a chair. You guess that the gendarme thought it best not to put him in the same cell as his low-born brother.
Upon seeing you, Nathan lets out a whimper, and Stefan cracks a bitter smile. The sheath on your brother's belt is empty.
There you are at last, Deezth Nut. Have a look at our younger brother. Yesterday, he got drunk in the company of some dubious fellows. They are commoners, yet they dared to surrender to pleasure. They started a brawl, wrecked the inn, and harassed the waitresses. As soon as I heard, I rushed to save this drunkard from shame.
You
Nathan-
hear that? Nathan harasses women, Cal!
Nathan cowers in a corner. He's horror-struck.
Ugh!
I walked in and demanded that Nathan come with me, but his cronies wouldn't let him go. I feel like he's in a bad crowd. He's in a bad crowd. Well, that's not true. You grabbed me by the collar and dragged me after you. You nearly suffocated me. Shut your mouth, cur. So, brother, they seem to have some sort of sect. They all shout defamations against the twin gods. Oh, and one of them grabbed me by the arm. I was forced to skewer the heretic with my sword. I hope a lesser death will teach him not to lay his filthy paws on a nobleman. He was just trying to talk to you, Stefan. Silence! Then the gendarmes burst in, and here we are. I have been accused of an unlawful murder. Apparently the new laws allow killing a commoner only if he attacks first or wields a weapon. They say that in the event of an insult, I'm supposed to file a complaint at the prefecture. So now they're going to seize my sword for a whole year. What a shame. And it's all your fault, Nathan.
Stefan gives the bars a furious kick. Nathan covers his face with his hands in despair. I hate Nathan. It's official. I just hate Nathan.
No, he's struggling. He needs help.
He's a drunkard who harasses women and has no spine, Cal!
According to Stefan, who I would say is maybe not the most honest person in the world.
No, when has he ever lied? Stefan may be an asshat, but when has he ever lied?
Specifically, the way that they're talking about this, where he's like, you, like, barged in and tried to, like, drag me out by the collar, and when someone tried to talk to you, he stabbed him. And, like, we know that Stefan can be very, like, hot-blooded and kind of acts in the moment. And then will kind of justify his actions to others, like, oh, well, that's because they, put a hand on me and I'm a noble. It's like, well, you can't stab a guy about that. But, hey, we'll look at our options and see what they give us. Deezth Nut, brother, you're our only hope. Get my sword back and get us out of here, and fast. We have to bury this sort of affair as deep as we can before anyone finds out. Save our family from the shame. So, yeah, this would...
Dad!
Yeah, Dad might be... We actually lose some Robert, which is interesting. We also lose
because he's
reputation.
Like, Dad, you should have handled this yourself. But at the same time... Okay, think about it this way. Our stats with Dad are really high right now. We need higher stats with the entire family, though.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I don't like that it brings our unity down.
What will bring our unity up?
None of these.
Yeah.
We don't have... Yeah, we can't really do any of these, which is fine. I don't really want to do them anyway, but... I just don't... Yeah, I don't like that this lowers justice and also would lower our thing with Augustine. I really like Augustine.
Yeah, no, I don't want to abuse our power. Dad!
Yeah, Dad! Daddy!
You tell Stefan that the only way to get them out of this mess is with Father's help.
Can't even murder the poor now. Ugh, I hate woke culture. No, Deezth Nut. Father must not know about this. If he gets involved, we won't be able to avoid dishonoring the family. You coldly reply that, after this incident, disgrace is inevitable. All that remains is to try and minimize the damage. Leaving your brothers, you go upstairs to your father's office. What happened, Deezth Nut?
You give Father an account of the incident. He becomes more and more grim with every word you utter.
This is why I earned the judge's mantle, to get my own sons out of prison. I would have expected something like this from Nathan, but Stefan... I will not demean myself so they can avoid their punishment. You argue in this case. Your damage to your family's reputation will be far greater. Stefan will be publicly derived of his sword, and Nathan will be sentenced to hard labor on the streets. You fucking kids. I hate to admit it, but you're right, son. I'll swallow my pride and plead the case to the prefect. Stefan is his nephew, after all.
Father gets an audience with his superior Elborn. He returns downhearted, but holding the prefect's order. Together, you walk down to the dungeon and present the order to the gendarmes. Stefan Brante's sword is to be returned at once. He has not broken the law and must be freed. As for Nathan Brante, you will personally cover the damages the inn has sustained. We have no money! There is no reason to keep a son of noble family behind bars.
Seeing the prefect seal, the gendarme nods obediently and returns Stefan's sword. Father! I knew you'd come to the rescue! I haven't really done anything shameful. We will discuss this at home. Stefan's in trouble.
Stefan sheaths his sword reverently as Nathan is let out of the cell. The elder brother takes the younger by the scruff of his neck and pulls him to the door. Nathan staggers and shuffles along limply. Pathetic.
The prefecture is highly displeased with the indiscreet nepotism your father took advantage of. Unsavory rumors about the Brante family creep through Anisote.
Great. Back home, Father lectures Stefan. Your elder brother objects and blames Nathan for everything.
From now on, there will be no more drinking bouts or other nocturnal exploits, Nathan. Who are those rogues you befriended anyway? Stop shaming this family. If you're so worthless, at least let others go about their business in peace. Do you understand, blockhead? Nathan remains silent, staring despondently somewhere above him. Interesting. He's secretive, inept, and aloof since he was a little boy. Started reading sacred texts at a young age. Still hasn't found a place for him in society. Maybe we did fuck him up.
I think we fucked him up.
We might have fucked him up a little bit. Nah, it's alright. He still loves us.
You coddled him, and now he's spineless.
I hung out with him one time!
You coddled him!
One time? I hung out with him one time?
Oh my god.
We're having disagreements. However, I want us to be back to peace. Please.
Yes.
I beg. I beg!
And our stats scare me right now.
Yeah, they're not great.
No.
Your
most recent year of service at the prefecture has seen an increase in litigation on crimes against the church. More and more people are joining the ranks of the new faith in Anisote. The movement began with the destitute beggars who had nothing to lose, but for years now, many well-off commoners and new nobles have been joining the fold. People say the leader of the new faith in Anisote is a Father Lenart, the Abbot? Abbot? The abbot of the temple in the Silver Tree. The city's leaders would love to expel him, but he is too highly regarded by the common folk.
Complaints and cases of defiance of one's lot keep pouring in. Every day somebody is reported by their neighbors for heresy. Many commoners, adherents of the old faith, fear that such flagrant defiance of the lots will usher in the prophesied wrath of the gods. However, you and the other judges have no choice but to reject most of the cases. As a secular institution, the prefecture has no authority when it comes to the crimes against faith. Only the Church and the Inquisition have any say here.
In the middle of another busy day at the prefecture office, the door suddenly swings open. A tall gendarme wearing an officer's uniform walks in. He takes off his helmet, adjusts his short, fair hair, and bows to you hastily.
Captain Lillard, reporting, Your Honor. My boys finally caught Father Mark, the dreaded apostate heretic. The prefect told us to take him to you for judgment. You! Bring him in!
Oh. Why is he smoking a pipe? That's so funny. He looks so fucking chill, dude. Oh my god. He's fucking vibing. Oh, man.
He's a heretic because he was preaching 420.
No, for real. Oh god, is this me or you?
You.
Okay. Two gendarmes bring in a short, stout man wearing a worn, dirty priest's cassock. Priests wear the sacred symbol of the twins, a cross within a circle, but this man does not. Forced to sit before you, this odd-looking priest is nonetheless strangely undisturbed by his arrest. His eyes, curious and glimmering with life, study you intently.
This is Father Mark in the flesh. We caught him trying to preach that teaching of his.
To preach that teaching of his, smack in the middle of a drinking hole in the Lowbourne Grey District. Some guy took offense and called for the gendarme, and we got there right away.
Father Mark. You've heard the name ever since you were a child. His cult of rejection of the twins has expanded tenfold over the past several years, with nobles, commoners, and even other priests joining his flock. The Inquisition has hunted this heretical apostate for years, but Father Mark has always eluded capture, until now. Some say he has powerful protectors.
Interesting.
Here are the statements from people at the establishment, Your Honor.
You flip through the pages of handwritten statements. Father Mark isn't just preaching, he is openly defying not only the lots, but even the twins themselves. Father Mark teaches that the gods have neither design nor purpose for us, so we are under no obligation to serve them or prepare our souls for the hereafter.
You put the papers away, ready to question the profane priest. What was the subject of his sermons? What was he trying to convince his listeners to do? Father Mark prefaces his answer with a dazzling smile.
As a judge, it is your duty to enforce secular law. You know as well as I do that I have broken no such law. I am a priest, my friend, and in the Empire, priests are allowed to preach. I was preaching the proper way to live one's worldly life, for this is the only existence we have. I told my listeners not to waste their lives serving those gods. The twins surely love us, but alas, their love violates us as much as their law. This entire world is proof of that. I see my words upset you, but I'm afraid you can't judge me guilty for that. Here's why. You see, mine is the priestly lot. If the judgment of the church is to be trusted, which means that only the Inquisition Tribunal may find me guilty. So, you can hand me over those black-clad thugs. But alas, you will get absolutely nothing in return. The Inquisition wants to light their pyres in every corner of Anizote, and all they need for that is me. As soon as they get me, well, the Inquisitors will tell the prefecture to step aside and start enforcing the laws themselves. And is that what you want, my friend? So, what are you to do with me? Well, let's think about it. As a secular judge, you can't judge me guilty, but giving me to the Inquisition will weaken the prefecture. And so, my friend, everybody will be better off if you just set me free. Trust an old philosopher. It's better for me, better for your prefect, and better for you as well.
Surprisingly, the gendarme captain smiles knowingly at these words. He leans over and whispers a few words into your ear. You cannot help but notice the scars all over his neck.
I say the old heretic's right, Your Honor. If he's still got the priestly lot, it's the Inquisition's problem. It's too dangerous for the prefecture to muddle in churchly affairs. And, strictly between you and me, if the reports have been getting are to be trusted, this here Mark's been rubbing elbows with Patriarch Cassius himself. Letting him go might get us on his good side. Sir Patriarch's a very wealthy man.
Oof.
Oh.
But suddenly, the captain's voice trails off as the door to your office opens without warning. There is a young woman at the door, clothed in a black cassock and bearing the tellable silver seal of the Inquisition. I am Sister Jean, Your Honor. I serve the Order of the Inquisition.
That stern face, those piercing brown eyes, they seem somehow familiar. Of course!
Oh!
This is the young acolyte girl from the temple at the Silver Tree, the one you saw during the school visit. She is an Inquisitor now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's wild.
Your men did well to track down and arrest Father Mark. Splendid. We've been hunting this false preacher for a long time. As I'm sure you know, priests may not be judged by secular laws, Your Honor. Mark has been denigrated by the twins, called for by the people to reject them. He has broken his sacred vows and defied his lot. He will face the tribunal of the Inquisition for his transgressions. The man before you is a great threat to the people of Anizote, Judge Brante. His words lead people astray, his speeches doom them to eternal suffering at the foot of the pillar, and only the Church knows the way to end his heresy. You will hand Father Mark over to me at once. Sister Jean remains in the doorway, wordlessly refusing to leave the prefecture without the captured heretic. The gendarmes and the captain stand still, awaiting your orders. Father Mark is lounging in the chair, enjoying himself and eyeing you curiously, waiting for your decision on this contentious situation.
Well, we still have these on, so we might as well use them.
Yeah.
Judging him would up our justice and our diplomacy, but would lower our career, so people would get mad at us if we did that, as well as Gian would be mad at us.
Ooh,
I don't love that.
no.
Church would go up. Career would go
Wealth!
down. Wealth!
+2! We need to! We have to!
Yeah?
We have to. We need the wealth.
we really need it, actually, don't we?
Yeah, we are going to, like, lose our status at this rate.
All right. We'll set him free. We really, really need money. And you know
Yeah,
what?
like,
it's not our problem at the end of the day.
it's not our problem!
Yeah. You tell Sister John that, regardless of the situation, legal action is required. And legal action takes time.
Then make haste, Your Honor. When it comes to protecting the faith, my order will brook no delay. The Inquisitor leaves your office, clearly displeased. You are left alone in your office with Father Mark. He is still as common as before, eyeing you, waiting for you to speak. You admit that Mark, as a priest, has not violated any imperial law with his sermon. And you are no Inquisitor, and thus not qualified to judge the truth or falsehoods of his teachings.
You are demonstrating a will of your own, my friend. Well done, Your Honor. This is your first step towards freedom. Yours, not mine. Your fellow judges won't understand your decision, but you mustn't let that cloud your judgment, dude. Handing me over to the Inquisition would spark far more than a single pyre. The Inquisitors would gladly break every imperial law you have. You have protected the authority of the prefecture. Well done. He's so manipulative. I kind of hate him.
No, okay, but I have to say your delivery on him may be one of my favorite things I've heard you've done yet.
That's funny. Although, can't say you will be free of this predicament anytime soon, but then again, I'm sure one of my many patrons will be happy to soften the blow with a helping of earthly boons. But
yes,
we have more pressing matters to discuss right now, don't we?
No, give me my earthly boons.
Can I have some earthly boons, please, for the love of God?
You summon Captain Linnet once again and give him your instructions. Father Mark is to be taken to the prefecture jail and mysteriously disappear from his cell during the changing of guard at night. You will close the case before then, so there will be no need for a manhunt. Linnet chuckles knowingly and sets off to follow his orders. Ah, we love corruption.
Just a little bit, as a treat. As a treat.
You fill out the necessary paperwork. No violation of the imperial law found. Case closed. You write, then file the aborted case against Father Mark away in a box.
The Inquisition learns of this only days later. Sister Jeanne bursts into your office, beside herself with rage.
Saw, girly?
Saw, dude.
You called yourself a judge after this, Sir Brante?
Yeah.
How dare you defy the Inquisition? Protecting a heretic like Father Mark shows you for the fool and apostate you truly are. We had him. But thanks to you, the Markian heresy will continue poisoning the souls of those whose faith is weak.
But he gave me $2. I needed those $2 really bad.
Hundreds and hundreds will follow Father Mark to the foot of the pillar in the hereafter.
$2.
You will be responsible for their eternal torment, Sir Brante. And rest assured, the Inquisition will not forget this.
I'm not gonna forget this $2.
You got $2!
I got $2 dude.
You return home, exhausted by a long day of threats and accusations.
Every
What
day.
awaits you back home, however, is a pleasant surprise. A treasure trove of fine wine straight from the cellar of Cassius, Patriarch of the Mocha. Your servants tell you the wine came with a letter.
Hey, so we really did just make a very powerful friend. Again, we really are just, like, doing our best to do the law while also everyone around us is like, hey, don't you want to get weird with it? And we're like, I kind of just want to do my job, but you're not making it super easy for me to do that. Sir Brante, please, enjoy this wine. Savor your earthly life before the twins snatch it away as well. Yeah, we got straight schism over here, which makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. People are a little upset with us. That's fine. We're just gonna make sure that we don't let it get any lower. As long as we're at 3 and not 2, like this game, or actually we're at 4. We're fine.
We're okay.
Yeah.
We would like to get it a little higher, but like we're still okay.
We're not poor anymore.
We're not poor.
We're also dangerous, which is kind of fun. We hit our next thing in scheming if we need. So, like, we are really good at working people, and I think that has helped us a lot in this playthrough.
Yeah, no, our diplomacy and our manipulation have been tasty as fuck.
Yeah. We're just Dr. House. We're Dr. House, but for, I guess, the law.
Oh.
Ooh. This event has consequences of your previous actions. Justice 5, Remy L. Vermin made a deal. Okay. So we're getting the Friend of the People event. I see.
Oh! I think this is you.
Another day of work at the prefecture is winding down. After hours of paperwork, your fingers are cramped, your vision is blurred. Today, you must finish incorporating the new decrees of the Great Imperial Council into Magran Code of Law. The document will be then sent to the Overseer.
A knock at the door distracts you. Your visitor is someone you were not expecting to see. Mayor Egmont enters your office. He is the wealthiest man in Magra, the owner of the silver mines, and the leader of the wealthy commoners' party in the Lesser Quorum. He wears a high-priced frock coat made of light gray fabric. He wears no jewelry, but his coat is richly embroidered. The most luxury a commoner can ever afford.
Damn, he does look pretty sick. I think his legs look goofy as hell, though.
He's dapper.
He's dapper. Egmont offers you a broad, sun-tanned hand. It is hard, work-weary, and eternally calloused. This is a man who has earned his fortune with the sweat of his brow. Andrew Ryan would be proud.
I can respect that.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Judge Brante. We met recently about that newspaper business, but today I just need to discuss a different matter with you. I came to talk to you on behalf of the manufacturers of Magra. As you know, the principal source of income in the province is the silver mines. Our mines provide silver for the sacramental rites conducted in temples all over the Empire. But the upper vein of ore is nearly exhausted. We need to process new deposits that are lower down. That's where our trouble with the law comes into play. In order to get to the deeper layers of ore, we need gunpowder, but a decree from the Great Imperial Council has forbidden common people from using it. Back in the capital, they're afraid we'll turn gunpowder into weapons. But this restriction will harm not only the manufacturers and the miners, but the province as a whole. The silver trade will decline. We won't have enough money to buy grain, and soon even nobility will be impoverished. I know that you, the judges of the prefecture, are the ones who interpret the decrees from the capital. So I implore you, Sir Brante, to come to the aid of the honest tradesmen of Magra. Pass an amendment allowing the use of gunpowder in the silver mines.
Oh. You give Egmont a speculative glance and ask him why he asked you specifically for help.
I've been following your decisions for quite some time, Your Honor. They give me hope. I don't agree with you on everything, but we seem to see eye and eye on the essentials. The common estate needs to have real rights. It's the only way for our province and for the Empire as a whole. Sure, Prefect Elborn has proclaimed himself as much, but unfortunately he's a nobleman of the sword first and foremost. He's bound by the blood tide, by the power of the Overseer and the Archneans, so all his undertakings are kind of doomed to fail. If you, Sir Brante, truly care for the people, you need some powerful allies among the lowborn. Allies like me. Do this for me, and together we will change the fate of Magra.
It's kind of crazy how much influence we have over this world.
Fuck yeah, it's awesome.
Egmont extends his hand, hope in his eyes. You take your time before weighing his words carefully. I say yes.
Yeah, let's see. So we would get justice, wealth, literally all good things.
Yeah, there's no reason not to. Do it.
Yeah, there's literally no reason not to.
Yeah. I think the only reason why we wouldn't is if we were taking like a nobles.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of
like
route,
if we were being specifically dickish.
Yeah, like if we were like aiming for like some sort of like specific ending or something, you know?
Yeah.
You take his hand. Egmont gives you a strong handshake. You tell him that you share his apprehension and understand that silver is crucial to the province. You promise to amend the law so that the restrictions do not apply to the silver mines.
Yippee!
Wow!
Thank you, Deezth Nut Brante. Nobles who care about the needs of the common folk are few and far between. This is what nobility really means. I share your belief that only a union of the estates will lead the Empire to order and prosperity. You can count on my support. Silver is the lifeblood of Magra. Today, you've not only saved us from ruin, you've also made every Magran a little bit richer, including yourself. I'll make sure the Brontes get their share of the profits. And I promise you, Brante, this gunpowder will shatter those ancient rock formations and reveal their hidden treasure to us. Oh, why'd you say it like that?
Because capitalism. You can't feel too good about this, buddy.
The way he said it, like the ancient rock formations and reveal their hidden treasure, to me sounds like I'm gonna blow up Parliament a little bit. It screams a little. What's
you can't
his
feel
name?
too good about it.
Guy Fawkes. Oh God. Well, look at that! Look at that, baby! Sheesh! Oh man, we're doing great.
Yeah.
Everything is going so well for us. I'm sure nothing will go poorly after this point.
Yeah, why would anything go poorly?
Don't look at the chapter names. Don't look at the chapter names.
Oh.
All right, well, gunpowder is now legal in the mines. We technically have 8 minutes. I don't know if you want to do one more or if you want to end there. How you feeling?
I have the energy to keep going a little bit if you do.
Yeah, let's finish one more. Why not?
Okay. Magra has received alarming news from the neighboring province of Illyria. The low-born convicts toiling in the Illyrian mines have revolted against their noble masters. For the first time in many long, peaceful years, commoners have taken up arms.
Well,
it's time for war!
Worse yet, the insurgents had guns and gunpowder. Nobody knows how they got them! Gunpowder weapons were banned throughout the Empire as soon as they were invented. The lords deemed firearms dishonorable and unfit for the nobles. Even Legion soldiers are forbidden from using them. But now gunshots were echoing through the mutinous Illyrian mines. Oh boy, we really did do that, huh?
I knew it sounded too good.
But we're doing great. I mean, we're doing awesome.
Uh-huh.
Eee.
The Imperial Legion was deployed to quell the riot. The Legionnaires slaughtered the rebels without mercy, and the uprising choked to death on its own blood before it had even begun. The south of Illyria is now a forest of gallows. The convicts' corpses were left swaying in the wind as a warning to any commoner who might dare to take up arms. Shit.
Although the rebellion quickly succumbed to the Imperial military's onslaught, many Legion officers and soldiers were slain by the insurgents' firearms, their steel armor no match for bullets. The rioters' weapons were destroyed in a public ceremony, but no one knows who built or smuggled them into the mines. All Imperial overseers soon issued public reminders to their provinces. The punishment for owning a gunpowder weapon is true death by execution.
Shit. But the Empire is still restless, still anxious. Somehow guns found their way into commoners' hands, if only for a short time. Could gunpowder and lead one day endanger the old ways of the Empire?
Well, I mean, historically that's never happened. Authorities of Magra fear that unrest may soon spill over here. Due to the double tax, peasant farms and industrial manufactories are facing harsh times. The province's wealth is steadily declining, but the discontent of the commoners is still held back by the eternal lot that demands they accept their suffering. Ha ha, we just got wealth. Fuck you. You didn't dip us into misery and devastation, and you never will.
Jesus Christ.
We're gonna keep this place functioning.
We're gonna riot, but everybody is going to be, like, well-supplied through the riot.
Exactly.
Oh, her husband!
Yeah!
Tomas!
Oh.
You arrive at the office one fine morning and find a visitor already sitting there.
It is a fine morning.
The visitor is none other than Tomas Euro. His heavy uniform already bears a captain's chevrons.
Ooh.
Tomas looks nervous, his fingers drumming a foreboding staccato on the desk. Why has your old friend decided to pay you a visit?
You pat your friend on the shoulder and congratulate him on his promotion. Tomas shrugs, quietly brimming with pride. I got bumped up a month ago. Apparently the Legion is running short on decent officers. And then I realized why there were so few of them. Wish I knew my direct superior was gonna be our very own Commander Arden.
Tomas grows grim at the mention of Auden.
Listen, buddy, you and me, we always help each other out, right? That Arcanian bastard, well, he challenged me to a duel. For the second time. He cut me down a month ago. That was my second lesser death. I know, I never told you, but it was tough. The gods, they spoke to me there, and the thereafter. But right now, I got something worse to worry about than matters of the soul. See, Arden, he remembers me from the time at the academy when I stood up to him at the party. Now he's gonna kill me again and again until my true death comes. So it's a duel. That's Arden's way of having fun with his subordinates. Deezth Nut, I'm asking you as a friend. Will you be my second at the duel? I know Prefect Elborn doesn't like any kind of sword fighting. It's one of the old traditions he wants to put a stop to. But if I show up without a second, he won't just kill me for a third time. He'll probably dishonor me too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 duel commandments.
Burning the 10 duel commandments.
Oh. You knit your brow in thought. In the prefect's opinion, dueling is a lawless tool of noble tyranny. Elborn sees duel as an outmoded way of circumventing the legal system. He would be crushed to learn that one of his judges had been involved in a duel. Tomas sighs heavily.
I know this is hard, pal, but I got no one else to turn to. All the boys in the Legion fear Odin like the plague. You're the only noble who can actually support me in this. But I know this duel won't be the end. Our great Sir Odin will find an excuse for a third duel before you know it. That'll be my last one for sure.
No! Tomas rolls up the sleeve of his uniform. 2 pitch black lines encircle his forearm.
Gesundheit.
He is desperate, and it is easy to see why. 1-on-1 against an Arcanian swordsman. He is doomed.
The law forbids dueling, but if you refuse to show Tomas your support through the well, I mean, it doesn't really matter which one we do here. I really wish we could fucking stop it, but
Yeah.
yeah. We would
I would
need
have chosen seconding him anyways.
Yeah, we would need him to be in hiding, which is so interesting. If you refuse to show Tomas your support through your presence, your friend's spirit will be broken before his body can even be killed. You recall all the previous encounters with Odin in your youth. Is there a chance the distinguished Arcanian still remembers you? If you go to him and speak in Tomas's defense, will he even bother to listen? No. No, he will not.
No.
Of course. I mean, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
not that we have any choice, but of course.
Yeah, that's our husband.
That's our
Anything for him.
husbando. Anything for
Literally,
him.
Gloria and like Tomas are like our two like
Mhm.
anything.
Fucking ride or die.
Ride or die,
Ride
no matter
or
what
die.
happens with the rest. Our dad is like pretty close. Like I don't think he's
Mhm.
as ride or die, but like he is like pretty much ride or die as well.
Yeah, we love our family, but Tomas and Gloria are the ride or dies.
You have been best friends with Tomas ever since you were little boys. Does he really think you would abandon him to such a cruel fate? Of course you will be a second at the duel, no matter what. Your friendship will not be broken. Not even if you risk Prefect Elborn's displeasure. To be fair, we have like Elborn's like happiness with us maxed out. I
Yeah,
think
it's
we can
it's
survive
pretty
a hit.
good. As the two of you walk to the palace ruins, you finally have time to ask Tomas for more information. What was Odin's excuse for challenging him to a duel this time? Well, here's what happened. Odin told me to head to a nearby village with a squad of Legion soldiers. Sulmina, it's called. The villagers refused to pay the Archduke's tax, said they already paid the tax to Gaius Tempest's men. He's the overseer, so the law says the tax is his. So Odin told me and the lads to string up a couple of the rowdiest peasants and put their houses to the torch to teach the rest of them a lesson. So we went there, and let me tell you, buddy, I didn't join the Legion to start hanging people and burning villages. So we decided to have a word with the village elder first. The locals soon realized what was going on. Losing money is one thing, but losing a spare life is worse. They hemmed and hawed and finally found enough cash to pay Archduke Melanides. Which means we came back to Anizat with nobody dead and all the money for the treasury. But then the commander summons me and claims I didn't follow his order, which means I also slighted the honor of the noble Arcanian who's my commander, so they challenged me to a fucking duel. And you know what? I'm not the first, Deezth Nut, and I'm sure not the last. Any officer in the Legion could end up like me. Old Han does as he sees fit. No plans to stop. He's a commander, he's a noble of the sword, he's an Archnean. With just dirt under his boot. Who's gonna rein him in?
You reach the side of the duel just before dawn. By a half-crumbled wall, you see a tall figure clad in a thick coat. Dorius Auden, High Commander of Magra, already expecting you. His azure fingers drum impatiently on the pommel of his sword. Tomas dutifully bows to his commander. Auden grimaces at him.
You're late, Captain Guerrero. You should have, why should I have to wait for you? You've insulted me again already. And who's this? I've seen your face before. Anyway, we don't have time for this. Make haste. I have other duels today.
The commander's second appears from the shadows, a young nobleman, quiet and eager to oblige his betters. As seconds, you ask the duelists if they are ready. Without a word, Auden draws his sword. Tomas nods anxiously, clearly ready to face another death.
The two bow ceremoniously and adopt a dueling stance. The difference between them is apparent as soon as they begin. Auden's sword seems like an extension of his arm. Tomas pales before him like a clumsy child who has grabbed father's sword for the first time.
Everything about this battle shows that Auden treats the duel as no more than entertainment. The Archnean moves around so rapidly and gracefully, your friend can barely defend himself against the flurry of strikes. Then, for the smallest moment, Auden tones down the assault, and for the first time during the duel, Tomas makes a riposte. Oh! Bah!
Easily, effortlessly, Auden deflects Tomas's blow and then retaliates. His sword sticks through your friend's shoulder. As soon as you see the blade drew blood, you shout for the duel to end. The debt for the insult has been paid in blood. If the loser of the duel is ready to offer his apology, the fight must stop.
What? Is some human trying to teach me the laws of the duel? I am an Archnean of the Auden dynasty. There is no one here who can teach me the ways of honor. Oh my god.
The sword flashes and stabs your friend straight through the heart. A wet red spot begins to spread across Tomas's shirt. Your friend stumbles backward. He drops his sword, his knees buckle. A wheeze, another, then a cough full of blood, and his bright eyes grow dim and dull.
I'm totally gonna bring you through the fucking ringer for that one, Dorian.
Kill him.
Slowly, Tomas's body disappears. His bloodstained clothes, his sword, and his footsteps in the dust are all that remains. Auden hands his sword to his second, who is ready to wipe it down.
Well then, that pitiful human will face another duel very soon. Let's hope he fights better during his last life. When your friend is reborn, tell him my exact words.
Ah! The Archnean walks away, calm and composed, his second in tow. Dazed and numb, all you can do now is gather your friend's belongings and bring them to his house. Unless you intervene, Tomas is doomed to meet his true death soon. You are a judge, but to an Archnean of such rank and birth, your authority means nothing. Is there any way you can help your friend?
There fucking better be.
Octavia!
I'm saving my husband. Baby! Baby, I need your help!
Ah!
Listen, I know we just got into this fling, but I could really use your severe and utter fucking grip of the law in this world to give me just like a hand. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's where we'll call it today. I know it's such a cliffhanger. I really want to fucking our boy, our husbando. We got blue wife and dying husband. Terrible.
I will never forgive myself if we let him die.
No, we are doing everything we can to protect him. He's our sweet boy.
Our sweet summer boy.
2 years go by and we are doing quite well, I would say, stats wise.
Yeah, we really fixed our numbers today.
Yeah, we need one more eloquence, one more manipulation. We're really good in scheming and diplomacy. We still have good willpower too, which is nice.
Yeah, like we still have willpower. I'd love to
Yeah.
get like one more hit of willpower in, just
Yeah.
that way we always have the option. But like if something pops up, we will be ready.
Exactly. Like we have, it's like a break in case of emergency.
I am worried about our family. I think like we have to be very careful if we want to get Gloria adopted.
Yeah, let's see. Our
Especially
reputation is still
considering
doing
asshat
okay.
Gregor planted seeds of doubt in Stefan again.
Yeah, I don't love that. I think that because of our relationship with Stefan, I think we'll be able to bring it back. Like our relationship, I think, is positive with everyone in our family. So all we have to do is stick by our family and try to steer them in the right direction without being too like forceful about it. Maybe like they kind of got to choose it for themselves. All we got to do is help them choose it.
Yeah.
Because Stefan does love Gloria. Like, there's a part of him that, like, clearly is trying to, like, not be a shithead. But it's just, like, what he's been taught for, like, 20 years is to, like, hate anyone who's not a noble. And that's what he knows.
I do think that us sending her off to that trip was probably helpful because, like, they have... Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Well, is there anything you'd like to say to chat before we end here?
Y'all are gay.
Oh!